I'm Brenda.
We're Blue Planet Travel. We wanted to bring you this
Important tip.
important tip, this public service announcement of why you should always
Be careful what you pack and wear
and why you should waterproof
or carry on,
certain things
like electronics
and medications.
or maybe anything that might get wet to get ruined. Like maybe you have expensive makeup,
Paperwork. Oh yeah, makeup.
paperwork. That's very important too.
Paperwork.
Like your birth certificate or
and
your passport, things like that.
Make sure that they don't accidentally get wet.
Or dropped in the ocean. Because this happened to us.
We'll be right back with that. So, like we were saying, um, you want to make sure that you have certain things that are secured.
Waterproof.
Make sure that you actually have them because sometimes things happen, and in some cases luggage can be lost, or things can happen that you don't expect. Um, you may end up having your luggage, something happen to your luggage. What could happen to luggage?
Could end up in the ocean and take a swim.
In the ocean?
In the
Take a
ocean.
swim? Well, that that can't happen.
That can happen.
So it did happen to us. It happened 2 cruises ago, and I won't say which ship it was, but it was a very interesting thing that happened to us. So,
But everything was recovered because, like, they fished it right
yeah,
out.
you should have let some suspense build. Make it. So we were disembarking on the certain ship out of Miami, and we were in the line, the nice long line, and we're always the last ones off the ships because we're no rush to get off the ship. Um, we take that last tag, when it says 25 or 27 or whatever, and we wait until everybody else gets off. We just kick back and relax, drink some
our
coffee, and so we're sitting back, relaxing. They called and said, "Okay, everybody off the ship, pretty much. Get off my damn ship." So, we start heading down to get down, and there's always a line. And we're standing there, and all of a sudden we hear Brenda's name. They
They announced it. I was scared. I'm
come
like,
to the,
what
come
did
to
I
guest
do?
services. Please come to guest services. I'm like, did they just say your name? Guest services?
Yep.
So we start down there towards guest service, and the long line, it was really packed and hard to get through, and they announce her again. And so we're making our way down to guest service, and we get down there, and there's a little bit of a line for guest services, and there were some other people there that thought they had said their name. I guess they were Brenda.
Brenda something.
Something.
And so she thought it was her, but
And
it was me.
so she goes, "No, it's me. It's me." And
They told us to come straight to the front of this very long line, which really made us worry. A
yeah.
lot.
And because you always make people mad too when you jump in the line. But in this case, they were telling us come to the front of the line, so it was really I don't know, kind of one of them things. You're like, well, okay, what's going on? So we walk up to the
Counter.
and she tells her name, and she goes, the little lady behind the counter, oh, I'll be right back. And she takes off, and we look at each other going, what in the world is going on? So we're waiting there for a little while, and next thing you know, she comes around the corner and she's dragging one of our luggage. We're like, what did we put in the luggage? You know, okay, did my tequila break? What's going on? And we noticed that there is liquid pouring
Waterfall.
pouring from our bag as she's dragging it down through the area there, and she says, "Come with me," and she takes off down a hallway, and just water or liquid is just pouring from this bag, and we're like, what in the world is going on? And she says, "We're so sorry." You want to say it?
Well, they said there was an incident, and that our one piece of luggage ended up in the ocean. So it had fallen off the galley.
Not the galley.
Was it
Gangway.
Gangway. Sorry. We'll cut
Didn't
that out.
fall out of the kitchen. No, we're not gonna fix it.
Anyway, they said that my luggage had fallen off the
Gangway.
gangway and into the ocean, but they fetched it out, and they were very apologetic.
Oh, very apologetic.
And very helpful, and
They offered to do any laundry that we had at that point that was wet inside our bag, and we had went back to this little room, which you'll see the pictures here, and
had us open it.
had us open the bag and check the bag, and it was full of dirty laundry as well. It had all we really had, and a bottle of tequila, I think.
Yeah, I think they were going to replace any electronics that may have been ruined, like if we had a camera or a laptop.
But yeah, the only thing we had was some dirty laundry. Like I said, a bottle of tequila, which was fully intact, and so they offered to do all of our laundry. We could have stayed on for even longer while they were going to do our laundry right there on the ship while we waited, at the bar, and we were like, oh no, don't worry about that. We'll throw our luggage in the back of the truck. I'm not going to worry about that. But then they were so apologetic and so what would you call it? What would you say? I'm lost for words, because they were just really, oh, we're so sorry, sir. We're so sorry. They actually took our bill, and they said, hey, we noticed that you had eaten at Guy's Smokehouse, at the Pig and Anchor Smokehouse. They actually took our meals off of the bill for that. So,
and paid for whatever drinks.
Yeah, and paid for the drinks there and everything. So, I mean, they said, is that okay? Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. At the time, I'm not sure, when you're watching this video, but at the time it was only $15 per person. So it was a $30 bill there plus the drinks. But they wiped all that off of our account, and they comped us that. So that was really awesome. And it was just a really humorous thing to happen. And I know for a little bit there, Brenda and I are sitting in this little room looking at each other going,
How?
what happened here? Yeah, can I will they let us watch the video of how they got this out? Because I'm really curious at how they got that back out of the water. Did they send down the ship's diver or something?
Who's so good at fishing that they got my luggage out?
Yeah, I mean, to this day, of course, we've never been
Yes.
they've never seen the footage. Carnal, if you have the footage, we'd love to see it.
Yes.
But it was just such a funny thing that happened. It kind of took us back. We had a great cruise. The entire cruise was awesome. We were on with cruise director Cookie.
Yes.
We got to talk with him.
We actually interviewed him, so check out our interview and watch it, like it, all that
But
stuff.
that entire cruise was such an awesome cruise. It was our first time on a Vista class ship, and we had never. We'd never had anything. I mean, there's been little things that have happened, on other cruises we've had. We had one cruise, I think it was the Paradise, had just come out of dry dock, and they had redone some of the cabinets and drawers, and this one cruise,
The magnet.
the magnet didn't hold the drawer in, and the drawer had come out, and you couldn't open the door to the cabin with the drawer open. So we were stuck out of our room, because you couldn't get through. That was that was the next most eventful thing that had ever happened to us before our luggage fell into the Atlantic Ocean. Or
Swim.
yeah. So, but like I said, they were so nice, and we
They were very eager to make us happy and to fix the situation as quick as possible. Once we got to the guest services, they were immediately wanting to do our laundry. They weren't going to open our luggage before we got there. So we opened it, we looked, and they were willing to replace or wash or fix anything that had been ruined or.
and they were so nice to us, I mean, just so remorseful about having our luggage fall into the water. So that being said, the lesson, the moral of the story here is carry on things that you really want to make sure stay safe, because anything could happen. These guys are loading up your luggage into the cargo hold of their ship. You know, they're using forklifts, they're using, they're stacking, they're doing what they got to do, and things can happen. Accidents can happen. A forklift could accidentally, a fork go through and stab your luggage. I mean, or something could happen and something gets crushed. So anything that's really that important, like your computer gear, camera gear, anything that you definitely don't want to have an issue with, carry on.
Yes, I'm sure it's very rare for these things to happen because
they had said they'd never seen this kind of thing before.
The woman who was talking to us, she said that she had not seen this the whole time she'd been working on the ship, and she said she had been on there for several years and had never seen such a thing.
So just lesson learned from our lesson. Carry on the things that your immediate needs, like medication and paperwork, and anything that you do not want to get ruined. If you do decide that you're going to put different things in your luggage, consider waterproofing that stuff.
Yes.
Because if I'd had my laptop in my luggage, like I had actually considered doing it at that time, because I was carrying a lot of stuff with me on my back, my laptop would have been ruined. And sure, they would have probably replaced it, but anything, could have been damaged within that,
Yeah.
that I may never got information back, off my laptop that I needed, So you always want to make sure as well, if you're doing that kind of thing, that you have a backup. And we do have backups, but imagine the time lost and all that. So, waterproof things that you want to keep waterproofed, anything that can be damaged, anything that you may have any immediate need for, make sure you're carrying with you. Anything?
We actually bring extra Ziploc bags and things like that, and a little thing that you can buy that you can put your phone in, and it's got a lanyard. You can hang it around your neck. You can use those for several different things, and we do so now, just because of what happened.
Yeah, waterproofing your phone. I had a issue one time. We were getting ready to go on a cruise, and I dropped my phone into water, and it was completely ruined. And trying to get a phone and get everything done the day before we were heading out on a cruise, it just makes extra stress when you're trying to get out there and de-stress. So it's better to go ahead and do a little bit of preparing beforehand, and have your cruise go smoothly, and your return, your home, go smoothly, by just a little bit of preparation. So.
Yep, a little bit of preparation can save a lot of heartache and a lot of time and troubles, like when these things happen, which I'm sure is very rare, but it is possible.
It's possible. So anyway, I'm Keith.
I'm Brenda.
We're Blue Planet Travel. Please like us and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we're nowhere near it, and we'd love it if you'd subscribe. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye for now.
See ya.